Hey guys, welcome to the channel. It's Carolyn, and today's video is going to be another pick-a pile reading. And I'm really excited for this pick-a pile reading because it's going to be based off A Christmas Carol. And it's actually going to be one video out of 3. So each day I'm going to be posting a video focusing on the past, present, and future, like in A Christmas Carol. And so today's video is going to be on the past. And so since we're focusing on the past, we're going to see how the past is affecting you. And then check in tomorrow for the present so we can see what's currently going on in your life and what you need to be prepared for. And then the day after that, we're going to be doing the future, which is going to show you guys your future in the next 6 months. And so we have the snowman, we have the teddy bear with the Christmas tree, and then we have the Santa puppy. And so like always, take time to pause the video and to meditate. Like I said, today's video is going to be focused on your past and how it's affecting you. And remember, you can always pick more than one pile if that's what you're drawn to. After you find what piles you're drawn to, you can find the timestamps in the description box down below. Like always, my description box show all my other social media links, and they also show you ways to contact me if you want to get a private reading. And lastly, if you haven't subscribed already, please do. I post multiple videos a week and I would love to have you guys part of this family. And don't forget to check back in for the other 2 readings for this series. And I'm going to go ahead and jump right into the readings. So those of you who chose the snowman, I'm going to go ahead and put him off to the side here. So I'm going to start with the charms that are on the shore. So we have this ambitious charm, and it's a Capricorn charm. So you guys could have Capricorn in your chart, but because it had the word ambitious on the back of it, and this is on the shore, which is your conscious mind, I really feel like a lot of your past really could have shaped you to become very ambitious. I really feel like it's caused you to be a little bit of a perfectionist. Not in the sense where you need everything to be perfect, but in the sense where you need to be in control and things have to be going your way. And so it's what you define to be perfect. So it might not be what everyone considers to be perfect, but I feel like you guys definitely struggle with not having control over things. I feel like you really need to be knowing where you're going, what's going on around you, all the details, in order for you to feel safe and secure. I'm also getting the sense with this ring on the protection stones here that you guys really need a lot of security with things. I feel like you definitely need commitments, and some of you might even struggle with commitments as a result to that because you don't trust anything. I feel like a lot of you guys who chose this pile, you have went through bad relationships in the past, or you have seen people go through bad relationships where it kind of put this chip on your shoulder, and that's really what's causing you to strive for this perfect image you have in your head of what you want to be. It's like you set expectations for yourself and you have to live up to them. I feel like with this peace sign reversed, because it's reversed, I feel like you guys really strive for peace, but it's easy for you to fall into conflict. I feel like you don't like it. I think you actually get anxious, and it really makes you feel very weird when you do get into big conflicts, like you don't like it, but I feel like it's easy for you to fall into that. I feel like you have some negative patterns that you definitely allow yourself to fall into just because you're so set in your ways, and because of the ways that you're trying to really protect yourself, you need to feel safe and secure, and when you don't feel that way, it causes you to get frustrated and to lash out on others even if you don't necessarily mean it. Yeah, I'm definitely getting the sense with the flip-flop next to the peace sign that you guys need to give yourself a break. You need to relax. I feel like it's been very difficult for you guys to let go. I feel like your past, whatever the situations that went on, I feel like it's really caused you to carry this chip on your shoulder, and that makes it very difficult for you guys to just enjoy things. I feel like you're constantly thinking about what you need to do, or all the other things that need to be taken care of, or what the next plan is, and you barely ever rest. I feel like it's really important for you guys to take time to rest yourself, because that's all going to catch up, and I feel like that's where a lot of your negative emotions could be stemming from too. It's the fact that you never give yourself any time, and that makes a lot of sense because we have the Big Ben here, and that is really telling me that it's like you feel like you never have enough time. You're always trying to get something done, you're always trying to accomplish something, you're always onto some goal, and it's more about like the check boxes that you're checking off rather than the actual journey itself. Like you guys are always trying to be like, okay, I got this done, now onto the next thing. Okay, I got that, now onto the next, and so far. It seems like you guys are never completely satisfied. It's like you're chasing this endless goal. So definitely take time, because especially with your past, make sure that with your goals that you're reaching them in an attainable, sustainable way, and that there's a purpose behind it. Don't just chase something because you feel you have to chase it, or you feel like, you know, you need to make up for something you didn't have in the past, and now that you can get a chance to get it, you're gonna hold on to it no matter what the cost is. Really make sure that whatever your goals are, they line up with who you are now, not the things you wanted 10 years ago, or 5 years ago, or even 1 year ago. Like, make sure that the things you're getting are actually in line with who you are today, because because I feel like a lot of your past has really conditioned you to have certain mental limitations on yourself and put yourself in like one box, and I feel like that can stifle you. From the card charm, it's flipped on its side here. I'm really getting the sense that you guys had some sort of pivotal moment happen in your past where like there was one specific thing that kind of fell apart or was very unexpected. It felt like something that wasn't in your control, that kind of blew up in your face, and you felt responsible for it even though you had no way to control it. And it seems like you kind of took some sort of guilt or some sort of shame, or there's some negative emotion attached to that you really have carried on from your past. I feel like it would be really beneficial for you guys to try and meditate, do some shadow work if you can, really try and clear that blockage within yourself, because I really feel like your spirit guides are here trying to tell you that like whatever this situation was, it wasn't your fault, like you weren't the one in control. And I feel like that's why you guys have such a strong issue with control now, because you never want to feel that way again. I'm also getting the sense with the throat chakra and the third eye chakra charm that sometimes it's really easy for you guys to put your foot in your mouth. I feel like you don't really have a filter sometimes, and I feel like a lot of you guys are like empaths, or you're intuitive, where you feel these emotions and then they come out with the things you say. Sometimes it's like through anger where you don't mean to say it but you don't have a filter, and other times it's just by you like genuinely talking, like you don't realize that you're not supposed to know this about them or like realized it about them. I feel like it's very easy for you to pick up on others and their intentions, and I feel like that's something that's been following from your past, because I feel like whatever went on, it made you kind of shut down or you weren't open to other people, but I feel like it's very easy for you to sense other people's emotions because you kind of see through them, you see through their facade. So I'm definitely sensing like your spirit guides want you to be aware of that you guys are very intuitive, that you can sense things, and so sometimes that is why you have certain incidences pop up where, you know, you accidentally said something or crossed some sort of boundary without even realizing it. I feel like a lot of this is unintentional. And I feel like sometimes it has actually been really good for you guys, but I feel like sometimes it also has backfired. So definitely just remember to be cautious of that. And then if we look at the charms over here, we have the dream catcher on the hula girl. And then over here we have the dog tag that says believe, and we have the sun on top of it. So I really feel like you guys, because the dream catcher is by her feet, that reminds me of the root chakra. And so I really get the sense that it's like you guys are not believing in yourself. I feel like your past has really made you think poorly of yourself, where you're dealing with some self-confidence issues and self-love issues, but that it also has caused you to stifle your dreams. You know, it's good when you're focusing on the practical dreams, and that's really what you've done to become ambitious. But when it comes to more of this Pisces energy, which is really imaginative and big dreamers, it's kind of caused you to stifle those and to feel like they're not realistic, to feel like they're unattainable, because you put yourself in that box like I was saying earlier. But I definitely feel like you guys can break through this because it's on the shore, it's coming your way. But I feel like right now, a lot of your big dreams, like childhood dreams, you know, with no limitations, they're definitely stifled. I feel like it's very hard for you to truly believe in yourself. But I do feel like that sun charm as well is showing me that there is going to be a clarity and some sort of breakthrough with this, where you guys are going to be able to tap back into your passions and let go of that fear, let go of that ego. I also do feel like there is going to be a lot of self-healing in the near future for you guys. I know this is a past reading, but I feel like you're capable of loving yourself and fully accepting yourself, because we have the angel on the heart chakra, and so I feel like you are being divinely protected from your spirit guides. I feel like you sometimes doubt that, and I feel like it's so hard for you to truly believe in things that you miss a lot of the signs that are being shown to you. But I do feel like you're going to overcome all of this. I definitely feel like with the circle of protection here that there is a karmic lesson that you are currently learning, and it has to do with your past, because you have the heart chakra and the root chakra again. That's telling me that you guys are actually going to be able to combine them and balance them, because right now your heart chakra is unbalanced. It has all these inner wounds that are keeping it almost broken in a sense, where it's wounded. And then you have your root chakra, which is kind of working overdrive, which again is making it out of balance, and so the two of them have been out of sync. I feel like you guys are finally going to break this cycle where you learn how to heal both of them and have them work in harmony instead of conflicting with one another. And that too also goes on to what we were talking about with the peace sign and the flip-flop, where you need to bring some more relaxation into your life, where you need to let go and release all the burdens you have on yourself. I feel like you really need to set yourself free, because we have the bird charm here and you're flying towards the heart, which is also flying to the dream. So I feel like you guys are actually going to be able to break free from this, but it's definitely, your past is currently affecting you in order for you to heal from it, in order for you to learn and to grow. So that is going to be able to balance out, but definitely start prioritizing that, start focusing on how you can heal it, and I feel like that's really going to help you out. And then over here we have the Taurus charm, and on the back of it, it's talking about creation. And so this is really telling you guys that either you could also have Taurus in your chart, but this is also a lot of earth and water signs, which is like the root and the heart chakra. Like, it actually makes a lot of sense. But this Taurus charm is really telling you that like you get focused on things, because in your conscious mind you have that Capricorn energy, and now you have the creating Taurus energy in your subconscious, that those are really working overdrive, and that's partly what is making your root chakra work overdrive. But those two zodiac energies that you're embodying are really driving you forward, and that's what's making you get the things you've got, and it makes you have a good work ethic, and it makes you really passionate and driven and motivated to get things done. I feel like your past is affecting you because you have an extremely good work ethic, and I think you are very good at handling responsibility and taking control of a situation. And that's where it's like your past isn't all good or bad. Like, in one aspect, all these things that happen really are helping you, because it's helping you maintain that level of professionalism that you need in order to succeed, and it's helping you keep things in order, keep things in balance when it comes to that side of your life. But you need to balance that with the other side of your life, which is more emotional, that is more about having dreams and following them through and having fun, really balancing yourself. I feel like that's all that's missing from you. But I also want to say one last thing is with the moth charm here, that I feel like a lot of you guys, whatever the situation in your past was, it was definitely a situation where it felt like there was some sort of death or some sort of loss of something or someone. Some of you guys, I feel like this was literal, but others, I feel like it was a dynamic that you had grown accustomed to broke. It's like it didn't work anymore, and there was nothing you could do to put the pieces back together, and I feel like that's why control is so important for you. And so definitely just remember that you have the key coming towards your shore, which is letting you know that like with this past, you are going to break this cycle. You have the key, you get to unlock yourself, and you are going to be able to balance yourself. But definitely just be aware of the ways that your past is affecting you, because once you're aware of it, then you can create the small changes you need to transform your life. This way you're not having the off balance side effects of it, where you're able to balance your root and heal your heart chakra, and then you will get even more good things coming your way and not feel like you have to struggle to get the things you want now. Because I feel like right now, yes, you have this work ethic and you have this drive and ambition, but you also are off balance, and that's fighting you at the same time. So you'll be able to let go of that resistance once you actually heal everything. So that's where I'm going to leave this video. If it resonated, please let me know in the comments down below. Like I said, I'm going to be posting 2 more videos, so definitely check those out. And if you haven't already, please hit subscribe. I would love to have you guys part of this family. And don't forget to turn on that bell notification so you don't miss out when I post my next video. And I'll see you all in my next video. Have a good one. Bye. So those of you who chose the teddy bear with the tree, I'm going to put your charm off to the side. So I'm getting the overall energy that your past has actually shaped you into a person where you've been able to free yourself of a lot of different things. I feel like you've been able to overcome things, and I feel like you've been able to be very smart and calculated with things, because we have the Scorpio charm here. You guys could be a Scorpio or have a lot of Scorpio energy in your chart, but mainly I feel like it's talking about having that energy where you're able to be able to sense everyone else's emotions, but also be able to keep things to yourself. I feel like you're really able to get people to open up a whole lot to you, and you don't actually have to open up a whole lot to them. I'm definitely sensing that you guys, your throat chakra is extremely well developed because of your past. We actually don't have a lot on the conscious shore here. We have the mermaid tail, but that's coming in from the waves onto the conscious mind, because the conscious mind, I represent it with the shore here. And so I'm really getting the sense that you guys, your past has influenced you in a subconscious way more so than a conscious unconscious way, I feel like in a way you actually don't feel so much like your past has really shaped you or defined you. I feel like on a conscious level, you're like, no, my past was okay, it was pretty good, or no, it was bad, but I overcame a whole lot, it doesn't affect me anymore, I moved on. I feel like you have more of a nonchalant attitude, and I feel like in a sense that's almost because you don't really deal with your past. And that's because with your past, I really feel like you put it into this box, then you tuck it away, you put it on the shelf, and then you never touch it again. I feel like it's very difficult for you to focus directly on things. And I feel like a lot of you guys with the car here, that this is really telling me that you guys think that just because you talk about your past or that you acknowledge your past means that you work through it and that you've dealt with it. And I feel like what you guys don't realize is that your past has actually influenced you a whole lot more than you realize, because you keep things in, and I feel like it's difficult for you guys to fully work through your emotions. I feel like you just feel that if you talk about it, then you moved on, then you've healed. And I feel like your spirit guides are here giving you this message today, trying to be like, no, that's not exactly how it works. You have to actually be able to reflect and learn the lesson instead of just move on right away. And I feel like that's where you haven't dealt with it. And that's why it's like on a conscious level, you think you moved on, you think you're fine, you don't realize how it's affecting you. But I feel like really, it's difficult for you guys to truly open up with people. I feel like you really keep things more to yourself. And I feel like you guys are shielding yourself, you're protecting yourself. I feel like you have a lot more walls up than you even truly realize, because you're always on defense. I feel like it's easy for you guys to get frustrated, and in turn it causes conflict with your life, and you guys actually, you hold a lot of fear, because we have this fear charm here. You have a lot of doubts and insecurities where you don't let anyone in, you don't let anyone see it, but it really affects you and it hinders you, and especially when it comes to decision making. You always try and pick the most secure option, and when you're not, when you are picking the reckless options, it's because you're trying to prove some sort of point to yourself or to someone else. But there's always another motivation behind what you're doing things for, and I feel like you haven't really acknowledged that. I feel like you've also had cases in your life where you are doing something that's very purposeful, kind of as like a fuck you to someone else. And I feel like you need to be aware of that, because I feel like that's a pattern that keeps repeating itself every so often, and you're not aware of it, and that actually is going to cause something bad to happen in the future. Not like super traumatic or anything, but it's just going to be on the same negative situation, same pattern that's constantly repeated itself, where it's like you're not getting the things you want, like it's not bringing you the results you wanted. And I feel like you guys are definitely protected, but I also feel like your past has caused you to feel like there isn't anything worth protecting. I feel like you've become a little bit more cynical, and that's why it's harder for you guys to open up, where it's like on one hand you have this very optimistic, like I love life and I'm loving who I am and I'm growing and evolving as a person, but on the other hand you're actually not. And so you do feel this push and pull of your two different personalities, where you feel like you're wearing a mask, you feel like you're wearing a facade, and I feel like you haven't truly been able to break free of that. I really feel like your past is truly causing you to hide who you are, because we have this rose charm here and it has a pearl in the center, and you're hiding that, and your intuition knows you're hiding it. I feel like a lot of the things I'm telling you are things that you've thought about deep down, but you kind of push them away because you're like, I don't want to deal with these emotions. And so I would really say that it's going to be beneficial for you guys to work through this. I do feel like there are some of you that are actually going to need to get therapy or actually talk to someone about it, rather than just trying to do the work yourself. But if you want to start by doing the work yourself, I think that would be a good start. And I feel like you just really need to acknowledge that it's okay to let things hurt you. I feel like you always try and seem like you're not hurt or like it didn't affect you. I feel like it's really easy for you to focus on the positive emotions. So if something was really good and it felt amazing, you're going to talk about that. But if something was really bad or you hit a low point, you brush it under the rug. You act like it didn't happen. And so you're not allowing yourself to fully work through the negative emotions. And so you're bottling all that up inside of you. And that's what I really think you need to focus on, is realize that it's okay if things suck. It's okay if you feel angry. It's okay if you feel sad. Like, you just need to talk about it and work it out. And even if you don't talk about it with someone else, just talk about it with yourself. Like, work through your emotions, because I feel like your past has caused you to feel like you always have to keep moving, you always have to keep running, and it's made you almost be very chaotic with your energy, in a sense, where you are not following things through. I feel like some of you guys can be a little bit flighty with things, where it's like you get everyone else to open up, and I feel like it's so easy for people to talk to you, but when it comes to you actually following your own advice, it's extremely difficult. I feel like you don't see it. It doesn't click in your head, and I really feel like that's how your past is affecting you, because you're not actually dealing with it. And so, like, all your past, you still have the same fears, insecurities, doubts, and you're bottling it up. And then eventually it's all just gonna blow up in your face. And so I really feel like this is a message from Spirit saying, take time to work through it. Like if you work through it, you'll be okay. But if you don't, then you're gonna be forced to. And there's not gonna be too much of a warning before that. And it's like right now you're trying to get everything all tied up together with a bow, and that's not how life works. Like you can't just focus on the good, positive things. You have to focus on the other side, which is the realistic side. And so if you don't do that, then you're gonna keep falling into these negative patterns. So definitely take time to acknowledge your past, really reflect on it, and listen to your intuition, because I feel like deep down you know what you need to heal, and just start putting in the work to do it, even if it's not easy, even if it takes a long time to do. Starting is better than never starting, because like I said, this is going to catch up to you eventually, and you don't want it to catch you off guard. So definitely start to take control of the situation, and I feel like you're going to get things back in balance. So I hope this resonates for you guys. If it did, let me know in the YouTube comments down below. Don't forget, I'm going to be posting 2 more videos, so definitely check back in for those. And if you haven't already, please hit subscribe. I would love to have you guys a part of this family. Also turn on that bell notification so you see when I post my next video, and I can't wait to see you all in my next video. Have a good one. Bye. So those of you who chose the puppy with the Santa hat, I'm gonna go ahead and put him off to the side here. So I want to start off by saying that outside of the charm tray on the table, the bow fell and the pearl fell. And so I really feel like this is a message from Spirit for you guys that with the pearl, you guys are really affected by your past in the sense where you were able to break free. You were able to open yourself up. You were able to become vulnerable. And with the bow tie, I really feel like you guys are a chameleon. Like you're able to get into situations that are actually beneficial for you. Like I feel like it's very easy for you to fake things until you make them. Like it's easy for you to believe in things and, you know, play that character, play that role, and not in a negative way. I feel like you're just a chameleon who's easy to fit in with things. So I'm going to put these aside for now. And so I'm going to start off by focusing on the shore here. And so we have the skull here. And so the skull to me really represents being able to change and adapt to everything. And especially with that bow, that you guys are able to be a chameleon when you guys are in different social situations. I feel like it's very easy for you to fit the vibe of anything where you're able to adapt and you're able to blend in. And I feel like that's extremely beneficial for you, because I also feel like you guys have intuitive abilities or you have psychic abilities that some of you guys, I do feel you might have blocked them away, but I feel like a majority of you, you're starting to realize this, or you have realized it, and they've been extremely useful to you throughout your life. And I feel like with your past, it helped you be able to relate and empathize with people and see the real them. And I feel like the reason for this is because you have learned from your past to truly be authentic, to show the real you. Like I said, with that pearl, you were really hidden away and you found yourself. And then you also have the snowflake here. And the snowflake is about being unique and really being one of a kind. And so I feel like people see that and they appreciate that. And I feel like with this Virgo charm here, it says practical on it. I feel like you guys are very practical with the things in your life, the ways that you approach things. I feel like you're very realistic, but not in a way where you're too grounded. I feel like you guys are actually able to create balance in your life, and that has been extremely beneficial for you because it makes you responsible, it makes you level-headed, but it also allows you to be creative with things and see, okay, this is a time where I need to allow fun into my life because you're staying authentic to yourself. And I feel like with the solar plexus charm and the throat chakra charm, that the reason why you get along with people so well is because when you have a goal, when you're ambitious and when you're focused on something, you're able to communicate that. And so you're able to communicate your thoughts clearly and effectively because of your past. I feel like you really learned how to say what you mean so that no one misconstrues it, so that there's no miscommunication, and you learn the value of that. And so I feel like your past is affecting you because it's allowed you to network with people, really get to know them, because you speak clearly and concisely about what you want. It makes people believe in you. And so when people believe in you, they offer you support. And that's where you are very practical because you are relatable. You are connecting with people. And so you have a lot of people surrounding you who love and care about you, where you are going to be protected because you protected yourself. I feel like you're extremely self-sufficient because of your past. And I feel like with this lock here, like you guys are able to hide certain parts away. You know, things that aren't meant for everyone to see, you keep to yourself. You can be private when you need to, but you also know what you need to share with others for practical reasons. You're very logical with everything you do, and everything you do has a plan and some thought behind it. You are very strategic with things, but it's in a very beneficial way because, like I said, it's very authentic. You're not doing it from some negative agenda. You are very pure intended with your your actions, and I feel like that's because your past taught you that. I feel like you were very humbled, or you were shown how to relate to people, and in turn you don't really want to use people. You don't want to cause harm to them. I really feel like you're a healer who wants to help people, but you also have a practical plan with doing that. And so I feel like your past has really shaped you to be a very well-rounded person, where you are creating a lot of balance and harmony in your life, and you also have gained a lot of wisdom and protection with this angel here. I feel like you guys are very self-aware, and so because you created this protection for yourself, I feel like you are also going to create protection for other people. I also feel like your past has taught you the value of spending time with the people you care about and having time to relax and unwind. Because we have the unicorn and the palm tree, I really feel like it's been beneficial for you guys to take a break, take 5 minutes if you need it, and really reground yourself, recenter, and do something that you enjoy. And in turn, that's what's kept you motivated. That's what's kept you this vibrant, very energetic person. And I feel like you do that because you know in the long run it's going to help you. I feel like your past has really taught you how to focus on the long term of things instead of focusing on the short term. You guys really know what the long term is. You have a goal for it, and you plant the seeds, because all the way in the subconscious here we have the rose. And so because that's in the subconscious, that is saying that your past has really taught you how to plant seeds and watch them grow. It's really shown you that you can do anything you want as long as you make a plan and you communicate effectively, you network, and you get where you want to be. And that's where you guys have really freed yourself, and you become that pearl, because now you allow people to look at you and you don't feel shame, you don't feel guilt, because you're doing everything out of a good intention. I really feel like you guys are very good people and you care a lot about others, and that you're going to get a lot of blessings as a result of your past, because you've actually taken time to learn from it and to adapt, and you're utilizing all the good qualities that you learned, and in turn you were also able to heal any negatives that you had, and you were able to stop them from progressing. And so I feel like that's going to be extremely beneficial for you. And I also feel like some of you guys, if you're watching this and if you feel like you haven't learned your lessons, I feel like you guys are going to take time to learn it, and from there you're going to learn from it. I feel like you guys are going to adapt quickly to reflecting on your past and to learning from it. And I feel like you guys are going to be able to adjust more quickly than others are, because you guys are actually open-minded and willing to make adjustments in your life. And I feel like that's what sets you apart from others. And I feel like that's also why people like you and they want to be around you, because you're not afraid to admit your faults. You are very upfront, you are very honest with people, and they like that. You're not trying to hide things, you're not trying to deceive anyone. You're just trying to be better than you were the day before. And that's really refreshing for people, and that's really going to get you far. So definitely just keep focused on what you've been doing, because it's really going to pay off for you guys. I've sensed a lot of good energy and a lot of good vibes around you. So I hope this resonates for you guys. If it did, let me know in the YouTube comments down below. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and share with others. Don't forget, I'm going to be posting the other 2 videos within the following days, so definitely hit subscribe if you want to see them, and don't forget to turn on that bell notification so you see when I upload them. I can't wait to see you all in my next video. Have a good one. Bye.